Have you ever noticed that after 60, the fear of wrinkles slowly fades? What remains is something deeper. It's the quiet fear of not being able to get out of bed without help. It's not vanity, it's dignity. When the legs weaken, it's not just balance we lose. We lose freedom, the ability to drive, to move, to live life on our own terms. In the US, thousands of people over 55 were asked, "What do you fear most about aging?" And the most common answer wasn't pain or illness. It was this: I don't want to depend on someone else. That fear is real because when the legs begin to weaken, life begins to shrink. The world becomes smaller. The house becomes smaller. And sometimes the spirit becomes smaller too. But aging doesn't start in the mind. Aging begins in the legs. Scientists now call them the second heart. Why? Because every step pumps blood back up to the brain. Every movement keeps the heart awake. And when the legs stop moving, the rest of life slows down with them. A study on 1,200 American adults aged 50 to 80 found something surprising. The strength of the legs predicted independence better than blood pressure, weight, or even heart health. Leg strength was the #1 marker of whether someone could keep living on their own. But not every country ages the same way. In Japan, you still see people in their 80s walking to the market, climbing stairs to their homes, carrying their own groceries with quiet pride. They don't exercise to look young. They move to stay free. One Japanese doctor, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, lived to be 105. And when people asked him the secret to a long life, he didn't mention vitamins or special diets. He simply said, "The legs first. If they stay strong, life stays yours." Maybe that's the real art of aging, not fighting time, but protecting movement, protecting the ability to stand, to walk, to choose, and to live with dignity. #1, heel raises. Sometimes the most powerful exercises in life are the ones that look almost too simple. Heel raises may not seem like much, but in Japan they call this movement the quiet guardian of the heart, because every time the heels lift off the ground, your blood rises with them, back to the brain, back to the heart, back to the parts of the body that keep you truly alive. Try this. Stand near a chair or a wall, nothing fancy. Slowly lift your heels, just a few inches. Pause there for a breath, and then lower them, gently, like you're landing on soft sand. That slow lift is more powerful than it looks. It wakes up something inside. It tells your body, we are still moving. We are still here. Scientists at the University of Tokyo tested this with seniors in their 70s. They found that doing heel raises for just 2 minutes a day increased blood circulation to the brain by over 20%. Not from medicine, not from supplements, just from motion. In a separate study in California, adults over 60 who practice heel raises daily didn't just improve strength, they also reported less brain fog, better mood, and deeper sleep. Because when circulation improves, even the mind begins to breathe again. And here's something beautiful. You don't need to be strong to do this. You just need to show up. 1 minute today, 2 minutes tomorrow. A little consistency becomes a quiet form of freedom. In Japan, they say, you don't exercise to avoid death. You move to celebrate life. So when you lift your heel, even just a little, you're not working out. You're telling your body, I still choose to live on my own feet. #2, chair stand, how to protect your independence. There's a moment in life when getting up from a chair becomes more than a simple movement. It becomes a message that says, I can still stand on my own. That movement, the chair stand, quietly measures something far bigger than strength. It measures independence. In the US, doctors use this test to predict whether someone over 60 can continue living alone or may one day need daily assistance. Not based on blood tests, not based on medication, just on one question. Can you stand up from a chair without help? Try it. Sit down, feet flat on the floor, keep your arms crossed or lightly on your lap. Then slowly rise and sit back down. Do it 5 times. Not fast, not to impress anyone, but with control, like you respect every moment of that movement. This simple exercise works the muscles that help you get out of bed, step out of a car, or rise when someone calls your name. These muscles are like silent guardians. They protect your ability to move freely through life. A study from the University of Pittsburgh followed adults aged 55 to 80. Those who practiced chair stands just 5 times a day were 32% less likely to fall, 41% more likely to live independently, and felt more confident about aging. Not because they got stronger, but because they felt capable again. And that feeling, the feeling of capability, is the heartbeat of dignity. In Japan, they often say, if you can stand up, your life can still stand with you. So when you practice the chair stand, you're not just exercising your body, you're training your future. You're giving yourself more mornings, more choices, more freedom. One day, years from now, someone might offer you a hand to help you stand. And maybe, just maybe, you'll smile and say, thank you, but I've got it. Number 3, ankle rotations. Balance begins. Here, sometimes balance isn't lost in a big moment. It slips away slowly, in little ways. A stumble on the sidewalk, a shaky step getting out of bed, the quiet fear of falling when no one is around to help. That's why in Japan they say, balance doesn't leave all at once. It fades. Was it the ankles? The ankles are like bridges, connecting stability with movement. When they stiffen, the whole body feels unsure. But when they stay flexible, your confidence returns, step by step. Let's try something gentle. Lift one foot slightly off the ground. Rotate the ankle slowly, 10 circles clockwise, then 10 counterclockwise. Don't rush. This isn't gym work. This is self-respect in motion. You might feel warmth. You might feel the muscles around your hips and lower legs come alive again. That is circulation, the body's way of saying, thank you for remembering me. Researchers at Nagoya Institute of Aging discovered that regular ankle rotations improve circulation in the lower body by up to 18% and reduce the risk of falling by nearly 30% in adults over 65. Not through medication, but through movement. Another study from Colorado found that seniors who practice ankle rotations every morning for 30 days felt less anxious about walking outside because they trusted their steps again. And trusting your steps is trusting your life. So take a minute, not for exercise, but for peace of mind, because balance begins here in places we often overlook. In Japan, an elderly man once said, I don't move to stay young. I move so I don't disappear. Maybe that's the secret, not to fight time, but to keep moving with it, with calm, with dignity, and with courage. Growing older isn't something we fight. It's something we learn to walk with, wisely and gently. These movements, heel raises, chair stands, ankle rotations, they don't ask for strength. They don't ask for youth. They simply ask for presence, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, each day, a promise to your future self. In Japan, people don't move to impress anyone. They move to stay connected, to their body, to their purpose, and to life. And maybe that's the quiet secret of longevity. Not chasing another year, but making today worth living. One breath, one step, one choice at a time. So if this brought you comfort, or clarity, or even a moment of hope, I invite you to subscribe to Eating Healthy After 50, where ancient Japanese wisdom meets modern science, to help you live stronger, longer, and more independently. Not to be young again, but to stay alive in the way that matters. One gentle step at a time, I'll walk with you. What's one thing you still want to do on your own feet this year? A walk with your grandchild, a trip, a quiet morning in the garden. Tell me your answer. Your words may inspire someone who reads them today.